Right, it was absolutely pouring with rain last night, and I was praying for it to stop because I've got high hopes for this video today. So it's snowing instead. So I want to make something with my Dutch oven, which I can, but it's not going to be pleasant. I'm going to be sitting there freezing my behind off. And as for the tech thing, well, let's just hope it's not frozen yet. It shouldn't have frozen that quickly. And it shouldn't be too cold, because usually when it snows, it means it's actually slightly warmer than it normally is. But right, getting ready to leave. Now that looks like a blizzard, doesn't it? It is a blizzard. Now, I guarantee when we get down to where I'm going, which is about 1,000 feet below, none of this, it won't be like this. It'll be soaking wet. It'll be wet. It'll be rain, wet, filth. It won't be nice cold snow. I guarantee it. By the time we get down to where we're going, a few 100 feet below the level that we're at, it won't be like this. Likes it a little bit tasty. No idea how much salt to use, so I'm going to guess that's enough. Now you want to add some. Being an absolute cretin and wasted my time, because I've just remembered it wasn't dough that I wanted to make today in my Dutch oven. I don't want to make dough or bread, so I'll finish this off and I'll put it in the fridge. Sorry guys, it's something completely different that I'm going to show you today. And it's not impressive, so don't get excited, but wow, what a waste of time. I thought I would stay inside because it's quite windy, but as you can see, not a snowflake to be seen. Everything will just be absolutely soaked. I'd rather it was snow than wet. I don't know if you can see if I zoom in. Hold on, give me a minute. See, that's where I live. Hold on. I live there, where the snow is. Anyway, enough of that nonsense. Next time you see me, I'll be digging a hole. You can see, but the snow on those hills is melting already. Anyway, I found this, and I don't think that's a ring. I'm guessing that's a bird ring. Yeah, that's a bird ring, isn't it? And it's got nothing on it to research. But I'm guessing that's a bird ring. Whoops. So there we go, a bird ring. Thank you. His first sight find is on the surface, and I've managed to lose it, so hold on a sec. Ah, there it is there. It looks to me like a button. It is. It's quite a nice button. I have so many of these. Does anybody collect them? You know, would anybody like to buy a big batch of buttons for a £5 or something? Anyway, first find of the day, button. Not too bad. Well guys, and I think it's a coin, and again I doubt we're going to get anything off it. Let me just have a... Yeah, you can see it. You know the kind, guys. It's one of those King Georges or King Queens, or you know, the ones that are not new but not medieval. So lovely to find, and I hope one day, just one day, I find one in really nice condition, because they're always battered.
but a coin nonetheless, so I'm happy. Believe it, as I was kneeling down to get that coin, I was kneeling on a button. The guy that lost his coin and his button at the same time must have gone home raging. So there's another button out the door of buttons. Whoops. But that, you know, I'm not an expert, but that kind of looks quite old. It's got a green patina to it. I don't know if it does, I just like saying that word, patina. It's greenish. Right, now that I've learned what these are, impacted bullets, impacted musket balls, I'm finding them really, really interesting. They look like little cowboy hats, but apparently it's an impacted musket ball, flat on the other side. I like those, got a couple now, really like them. Right, just for those of you that like to see this sort of thing, this looks like a good signal. Let's dig that up. And before I do, I want to show you what I'm wearing. I am absolutely sweltering. Right, so because it was so cold where I was, I've got this huge, thick jacket. I've got this hoodie. I've got this hoodie, and I've got a t-shirt on. And look at it. It's about 13 Celsius here. Madness, I tell you. Right, well that was the amazing signal. It was trash. Unless that's a gold leaf. Gold. Nah, it's not. It's just, it's crap. It's just a can or something. Woohoo! Let me see. Can you see that? My very first Roman spear point, I think. So, what's in the pan? You're all wondering. Ooh, I wonder. We'll find out soon. Took me bloody ages to get this fire going. Oy. Right, I'll come back once it's ready. So the pot is on the fire and the weather is moving in, and I want to get this done so that I can do another hour of metal detecting. So here's hoping. My stirring utensil for today will be this. I made that myself, as you can tell. It's a spoon. I carved out the shape of a spoon and then I just put a burning ember on it, and we're doing today. There we go. See? Oh, now these monkey nuts, these came with their shells on. I took the shells off myself. You can go to a Chinese supermarket and buy kilos of them out of their shell for next to nothing. Just give them a quick wash first and they're fine. But anyway, these came in the shell, and all you want to do is keep on moving them about so they don't char. You want them lightly roasted, but definitely not charred. And we're not far from it. And then what I'm going to do is add salt, so that'll do me. Do you know what, I've just had a thought, have I done this before? In another video? If I've already done this in another video, then please excuse me. By the way, I'm not kidding you, see if you take one of these out of the packet and put it in a plant pot, keep the soil moist, it will grow a peanut plant. I did it last year. It will grow peanut plants. The one I grew, unfortunately, only grew one peanut. They grow underground. By the end of the year I pulled it out and there was only one. So you probably have to buy the proper seeds. But anyway, these are just about ready. They smell amazing and they're ready now. Oh. See how you can just see them turning. Oh, yeah. See how you can just see them turning to that colour there. You don't want them much more than that, so I'm going to take them off now. They're done. Final product with salt added. God, that was embarrassing. I was standing right here doing a pee, a number one. I looked over there and there's a woman walking right past me. What can you say, eh? That's probably the only woman I'll see all day. Anyway, lucky her is all I can say. Lucky lady. And another button on the surface. There we go. So these things are obviously really common, so I'm guessing people don't really collect them, or at least not these ones. But if anyone wants the couple of dozen or so buttons like these that I have, make an offer, they're yours. Right, at first I thought it was one of those horse plate things or just a piece of bent machinery, but see, when you look at it like that, hold on, let me try and angle it. See, if you basically look at it like that, it could be something. It could be. Right, I'm not sure what that is, but I'm quite confident it is not a coin of any kind. But I am looking into a fines liaison officer in my area, so yeah, but I don't think that's anything special. And the one thing that is surprising me is this soil is practically, I mean, it's almost dry. It's drying out. How? I mean, you saw what the weather was like a few miles away. It must have just been sunshine here all night. Anyway, there we go, nothing special, just a metal disc. Right guys, just a ball of lead, but I had an invention. You know those sort of smartwatches you get now that, I don't know, tell you everything? What about wearing one and it tracks where on the field you've gone, and then you can go and sit down and you can look and you can figure out all the spots of the field that you haven't touched, that haven't been detected by you. Is that not absolutely fantastic idea? I mean, fair enough, going over the same spot a few times is a good idea, but it would be brilliant to know, for example, to know for a fact that I haven't done this spot before. I'm going to patent that before somebody steals that. And yeah, there's that ball of lead. Right guys, I'm going to add this to my film that I'm making just now. I've found one of these before and I had no idea what it is, and the only reason I'm filming this one is because it does actually have some sort of pattern to it. Some sort of design. I mean, in my head that's a sword tip, obviously, the tip of a sword. But what actually is it? It does have, let's see if I can get autofocus to show you the, see, so it's got something to it. I'm not sure what that would be, but I'm going to add that to the video. The more I look at it, the more I'm going to guess a decorative fence railing or something. My hands are all cut up. Anyway, yeah, so I'm going to add that, and any ideas, because this is a set, I've found 2 of these now. Cheers.